right, welcome to our Opulent Freedom lifestyle event. My name's Jana, being hunted by a mosquito. I'm really excited to jump on tonight. We've got two amazing women that are launching their business tonight for their own reasons, and we can't wait to hear from them. But literally what we do is hop on a few times throughout the week and just sharing around an amazing program, product and opportunity that we've had amazing results with, and we just want to share it with more people. We feel it's a bit of a gift. We're being a bit selfish, keeping it to ourselves, so we just want to share it with you all. Like I said, my name's Jana. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and when I found this amazing program, product and opportunity, I was working full-time, and I had two young little children that were in full-time childcare. So I was working full-time in the government, and just after that second baby maternity leave finished, I was actually promoted to go to a different government agency, bigger responsibility, longer hours, more commuting, a hell of a lot more stress. It was a very toxic environment. A lot of things that I was seeing on a daily basis that I didn't want to go home and talk about. So the walls were very quickly caving in. Not only did I have the mum guilt from my children constantly getting sick as they built their immune system up in childcare, but mine was starting to get very shot too. Emotionally and physically, I was starting to get drained, and I lost myself. I lost myself in my mummy role, my work role, my wife duties, and I was just fully, trying to do too much. But for me, something had to change. My husband worked full-time as well, and we were just sick of being sick, tired of being tired. Financially, we were in a good place, thankfully, but we were very time poor. And I was at that stage where the walls were caving in. I didn't know how to talk to anybody about how I was feeling, about anything. I just didn't know how to get by. So for me, a post came up, and I know we all see hundreds of posts on social media now, and online. I guess that's the way of the future, online, but for me, this opportunity was health, it was wellness, it was families, it was children, it was whole food, it was safe, it was natural, work on your own terms from wherever you want. I'm very much a traveler and an outdoorsy person. So if I could work from the beach with my kids, it sounded pretty good, but I worked for the government. So I was very skeptical. I firstly had no time. I had no time to take care of myself at the moment. How was I going to even consider doing another business? So yeah, I had no time, and it sounded too good to be true. What was this? And as much as I felt like I was very much not interested in talking to someone I didn't know, I reached out to this girl and I asked her 100 questions. Watched a video like this, realized it was the amazing product Juice Plus, which I'd actually been researching for my husband. I just didn't know there was a business to go along with it. I love juicing and smoothing. I'm very holistic. I love food. I love eating. But he's the opposite. He's just meat, potato, white pasta, white rice, convenient meals. And I just was worried about his health. So I'd found this along with other products, of course. And once I realized there was a business opportunity, I thought, why not? So get the whole family on it, just take care of our house, get it a bit cheaper, bonus. But within that first 4 months of me sharing it, I was able to go part-time. My work weren't happy about that, and very quickly I was not the favorite person in the office. So I realized I needed to start showing people this really quick, because this was going to turn into my plan B into my plan A. And within 10 months, I'd quit my job, pulled my kids out of childcare, and I've now been a stay-at-home mum for 2.5 years. And it's not something I ever envisioned. I just want to make that very clear. I always was loving a challenge. I was career driven. I needed to have an income. I was just not that sort of person that could be happy with just my husband bringing in the income. I wanted to get my hair cut when I wanted to get my hair cut. I wanted to, spoil myself when I wanted to spoil myself. Didn't want to ask him. And I needed adult interaction. This gave me all of that. It gave me relationships. It gave me connection. It gave me self-development that I never knew I was without. And it gave me my health back. Passion, purpose, all those things came. And yeah, I've got to do this now for 2.5 years, and I don't plan on ever not doing it. So what is this Juice Plus? That's why we're all here. Someone's cared enough to invite you along tonight to hear about this amazing program product. And it's Juice Plus is our product. It's been around for 27 years, so it's not a new fad or anything like that. 27 years worth of results, and it is the most researched, whole food product on the market. Juice Plus is all about bridging the gap in our diet nutritionally, in what we eat and what we don't eat. It's about bridging the gap in relationships and community, self-development, and then financial. And you can take your pick which one it might be for you, but it's just about bridging the gap. So when I talk about gaps, government states we should be having 2 and 3 serves of fruits and vegetables daily. What blows my mind is less than 5% of adults are getting that done. And that's really scary. And I guess that's where we see diabetes, obesity, inflammation, illness, joint pain, all those things are playing havoc. Our countries are definitely getting sicker, not healthier. And science is suggesting we need more. We need more like 11 to 13, and that's just not doable on a daily basis. As much as I love smoothing and juicing, I can't do that every day. No day is perfect. And we all need different things, and we all draw things from nutrients differently. You still got to eat a healthy diet. Juice Plus is far from being a wonder pill, a magic pill. It's just about bridging the gap. Our hero product are these fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. There's 32 varieties there, all right? And that's all that's in there, just the plants, nothing synthetic, nothing artificial. You know, we've been going to the chemist and the supermarket for years to get our multivitamins and our supplements, our A, B, C, D, E vitamins, and they're synthetic. They're made in a factory. And you might have noticed this. I used to take my capsules daily, my multivitamin, my magnesium, and so forth. And being ex-defense, we used to have the wee chart on the back of the door, and my wee was always that fluorescent orange disco wee colour, and I always thought I was dehydrated, especially through pregnancy, but it was literally my body excreting what it didn't recognise. Okay, this is simple. This is just fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule, which my body loves, it thrives on, and it needs. It recognises it and goes to work with it. And what I mean is, what my body draws from an orange compared to you is going to be very differently in how we absorb it and what it goes to work with. What I love is this includes peel, pip, stem, and stalk, and the vegetables are vine ripened. My vegetables aren't vine ripened because they don't taste so great when they're vine ripened, and because of demand. They've got various sprays, waxes, chemicals on them. When I bring them home, I'm peeling them, pipping them, getting rid of the stem, the stalk, and then I'm eating them. 80% of the nutrients in this orange is in the peel, and I can't eat the peel. But Juice Plus have got the peel in there. Okay, so it's really unique how they've figured out that we need this. How can we get this into our bodies? And through a beautiful pulping process, amazing farming practices, they've managed to capsulate that into these amazing little capsules, which we take daily. For instance, with this vegetable blend, I can read the label. I don't need a dictionary or thesaurus to know what broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, kale, rice bran, and lemon peel is. That is what's in this vegetable blend. That's what works really well in synergy together. Not only do, we get awesome things from individual fruits and vegetables, but when they're put together, they do some magical things inside our body. All right, and I take these daily. These are like the oil in the engine. Micronutrients, I should say, cellular nutrition, what we're made of, lots of cells throughout the body. They rejuvenate, 30, 90, 120 days down to the red blood cells. They need this stuff to thrive. So it gets into the engine, gets everything running more opulently. So your gut health works better, your kidneys, your liver, your skin. It's all got inflammation in there. What it's going to do for you is going to be very different from one person to the next. So we never can guarantee what sort of results you're going to get. For me, I just feel confident knowing that I'm bridging the gap, even on the not so perfect days. So that's Juice Plus. And like a big tick for me was that it was safe for pregnancy. So if I'm trying for a baby, or I'm conceived, or I'm breastfeeding, it's just fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. So many products out there that we've been told to stop, start, don't take when pregnant, don't do this with that. This is safe. It's just fruits and vegetables, just beautiful plants into our bodies daily. All right. So like I said, it was the most researched whole food product on the market, with 37 studies done on it so far, and one being our Kids Eat Free study. So when any adult does the capsules, and I know for us mamas, we always put our kids and our hubbies first, but this way the mum gets on the product and the kid eats for free. So they can either take the capsule and they get the fruit and the vegetable for free with the study between the ages of 4 and 18 for 4 years. So definitely a company with a big heart. Or they can have it in a chew form. Same thing, fruits, vegetables in there, that is all. Just join with a plant-based tapioca, not the synthetic sugars and additives that they're putting in the chews that we get from the chemist. This has just got 19 fruits and vegetables in there with some plant-based tapioca, and they're really yummy. For any parent out there, as their kid is growing and growing that palate to eat a variety, it's hard work. All right, this gives your growing, developing child's body that opportunity to thrive, to grow, to build that immune system up. We're seeing amazing things with the studies. Kids pooping better, sleeping better, cognitive behavior, skin. It's amazing how much this helps psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, acne, because we always treat skin conditions from the outside, but it's all happening on the inside. It's inflammation. So that's a huge thing also. So to have that, I think, is pretty amazing. And like attracts like, yeah. The more fruits and vegetables we get into our body, the more we want more water, more fruits, more vegetables, less sugar, less fats, less salt. And that's literally what happens. Like my kids pick up a capsicum when we're shopping. They've got a free basket there of bananas and oranges, and they eat them plenty. But when they see a capsicum or a tomato, they want to pick that up and eat it, which is great, but not so great if I get caught. So it's definitely an amazing product, but you still got to eat. And that's where we all struggle. Trying to get fresh produce, trying to keep that variety, trying to keep everyone happy. We have an amazing program online that you get for free when you take Juice Plus just once. All right, it's called the Juicy Body Transformation. It contains an 8-week shred, a cleanse, a detox, kids recipes. It's got chocolate, it's got sweets, it's got desserts, all healthier, just teaching us how to do better, to fall in love with food, to meal plan, to plan for success, more or less. It's all online. The recipes are amazing. It makes all of us a master chef. It's created by nutritionists, PTs, a whole big team of people, but headed by Kira Westwick. She's a nutritionist, a mother of 2, runner-up on MasterChef 2014, and it's just constantly having more and more value added to it, which is amazing. We've got our shred starting next week or the week after, 6th of October. I don't know what date it is. And that's got a prize pool of $2,000. So if you really need a kickstart in getting your health happening, ready for summer, then the 8-week shred's amazing. Then you've got the rest of the program there to help you and guide you. Then there's just obviously those days when you just can't get to the kitchen, or you fall behind, or you're stuck out in traffic. Keep these guys in your handbag. This is our macronutrients, so protein powder, but all natural again, all plant-based, 30 plus plants in there, 18 of which are superfood. That's your protein, complex carbohydrates, fiber, all in a yummy shake. These taste good. I've tasted some pretty crappy shakes out there, but these ones taste really yummy. And if you're keeping frozen banana, leftover spinach, kale, berries in your freezer, add these to these, and they're really, really delicious. I have one for breakfast with my 4-year-old who eats just like his husband, like terribly. So I get this into him every morning along with his chews. And then I have another one after my workout, whether it's netball, whether it's the gym. I love these. I feel like I'm full. I feel like I put good stuff into my body. I've got some great recipes with those too. Protein balls, waffles, pancakes, these go in there. So they're amazing. They've got, along with the vegetable blend, there's also lots of leafy greens in here which contain niacin. So these help with anxiety, depression, moods, which is amazing also. So again, all safe for pregnancy. And with all these products, I mean, the sugar level in these is equivalent to a banana. So that's pretty cool. The sugar in this is just about nothing, because in that pulping process, that sugar comes out with the liquid just in that natural process. So the sugar level is super low. So it's pretty good for the fructose and amazing for the diabetics also. Then there was just one more gap that they felt that they needed to bridge, okay, because we're just about filling gaps. We're not about some massive big catalogue there to confuse you, just where we're stuck, where we're struggling. And that's with omegas. You know, who here has been on a fish omega or made sure they've had fish regularly because they want to get those good fats into their diet? I know I did. But, you know, the fish, like us, don't generate omega. All right. And we know what our fish are drinking and eating out of the ocean nowadays. It's getting pretty bad out there. So we don't want to be putting those chemicals into our bodies. So Juice Plus are really clever. They've bypassed the fish and gone straight to where their source, which was the algae. So this is another capsule, slightly different in its capsule form because it's got beautiful oils in there that can't be heated. So we've got to keep it all nice and cool, but it's got the algae in there, tomato seed oil, raspberry seed oil, pomegranate safflower, and I feel like I'm missing one, pomegranate. And, you know, this is heart health, eyes, pregnancy, joint inflammation, that along with the berries with all those antioxidants, that's our glowing skin. Like, this is amazing. I love this product, what it's done for me, because I've just probably played too hard at my younger years, but it's really helped with my joint inflammation and things like that. Husband, blood pressure, cholesterol reduced, just his mannerism and just, you know, patience with the kids has been huge. For my kids, it was respiratory croup. That's all gone. But again, it's different. It depends, you know, what else is playing effect in the environment, what they're eating. But to have this as in the background, just clicking over every day. We've been on the product almost 4 years and will never not be on it. So that is our program and product in a nutshell. I'm going to get one of my amazing girls to share her product story. Just got to find her now. She's very nervous. Nicole, where are you? Just take, oh, there we go. Take yourself off mute so I can find you and just say hi.
Hi.
Oh, if I go up here, then I'll find you. So many people and I can't find you.
I am here.
If I hang on, no, I know you are. I'll just switch over here. This will be easier. So Nicole's going to share how Juice Plus came into her life, what amazing results she's had so far, and why she loves sharing it.
Hi everyone. So I've only been on Juice Plus for a couple of months, but absolutely loving it. So it came into my life actually a few years ago, but I didn't quite understand it. So I just kind of ignored it and, well, ignored Jana, to be honest, and then finally decided to jump on. I'd hit rock bottom with my health and my weight. I had no energy, and to be honest, I just couldn't be bothered exercising because I didn't have the energy. So it's a bit of a vicious cycle for me. So I finally gave Jana a bit of a call and said, let's chat, I need your help. So I started on the products pretty much straight away as soon as they arrived, the 3 of them plus the shakes. And within weeks, my energy just started increasing. I was actually wanting to actually exercise. So once that happened, I jumped on the 7-day detox. And that was actually quite amazing. I actually lost 3 kilos in that week. So for me, I knew I could do it, and I wanted to keep going. So I started the 8-week challenge, the Juicy Body Transformation, and also started the Omega then as well. And it felt good because people were actually starting to notice a difference in me with my body changing, but also my skin. And just, I suppose, the way, you know, I was happier, I guess. Then unfortunately I got sick again. I get bronchitis every year, but I was out of it for about 2 weeks, but I managed to recover a lot quicker this time. Last year I was sick for nearly 3 months, so within a month I was feeling heaps better and back exercising again. So I've had quite a few changes since being on it, but, you know, the weight loss has been there, but I actually feel like my body's focused more on, you know, my skin. I get eczema, and that has remarkably changed. Like, it's amazing. It went from this big red patch on my foot, and now it's just a pale colour that you wouldn't even really notice unless you pointed it out. So pretty impressed by that. The last thing I'm a bit vulnerable about, actually, I do suffer from anxiety, and I've been on medication for the last 2.5 years. And about 6 weeks ago, I decided to wean myself off it just to see how I can manage without it, being on these products, being happier, being healthier. And yeah, so about 2.5, nearly 3 weeks ago now, I've actually completely stopped. And yeah, haven't even thought about going back on the medication. So yeah, my mind's clear. I'm happy. Yeah, so that's my journey so far. And that's only been nearly 3 months. So thank you.
Oh, amazing. And that last bit, I knew you were weaning, but congratulations, 3 weeks now of not being on it. Yeah, and you haven't snapped at me once, so you must be doing all right.
I might have snapped at my children, but that might be a different story.
Yeah, definitely a different story. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay.
So honestly, it's different from one person to the next, yeah? Like for me, it was a sciatic nerve, it was IBS and menstrual cycle. Like my menstrual cycle was shocking, all over the place. And, you know, I did see someone pop in a question around other medications. This is something you definitely can check with your doctor with, but at the end of the day, it's really simple. If you can eat broccoli, carrot, apple, tomato, and all those sort of things, and Juice Plus is probably safe for you. But you know, their medications, this is food in a capsule, bridging the gap in your diet. But definitely great. We've seen massive results with diabetes, thyroid, and high blood pressure. But definitely, if you're on medications, we've seen so many people. I remember one lady carrying around her bag of medications at one of the events just to show to us what she was on before Juice Plus. So it's just amazing what real food can do, and doctors are getting less and less at pushing and prescribing us those medications now. They do want us to eat healthy, they want us to take care, they want us to thrive, because medications normally, you know, will trigger off some other illness in our body, and we just don't want that, and we don't need that, but we need it to, you know, look after whatever it is, what problem we've got at the moment. So that's our product and program in a nutshell. But I mean, I've got 2 girls that are going to share in a minute as well, and they've already started seeing results, so you get to hear from that as well. And you know, the reason they're on tonight is because they've seen the value in it, whether it be the connection and the love and the community that comes along with us, whether it be their health, getting the product cheaper, whether it just being, you know, financial, so they can take care of their health better. Because for a lot of people, they're, you know, can't get to that health, or they can't take care of themselves as well as they'd like to because they don't know how, or they financially can't afford it. So this is, you know, gives them that opportunity. For other people, like for me, it was just a bit of extra cash, but then it turned into my plan A. So as much as this is my job, and no day feels like I go to work, I literally get to meet beautiful people every day, help where I can in some shape or form, and I don't know, just take care of me, which I'd really, really lost. So these 2 girls, like I said, have started the business, and I know, like I said to you, I was skeptic. It sounded way too good to be true. Is it one of those things? I didn't know what a pyramid scheme was, but I do now, and that they were definitely illegal back in, I think it was before I was born, 1975-ish, and they didn't have a service. They didn't have an amazing product that's been around for 27 years, you know, we don't have to go and recruit. We don't have to go and find customers. We just share our amazing stories. But what happened for me was, you know, like I said to you girls earlier, and boys, if there's boys on, there was this girl, Lauren, who I saw her post. Literally, I saw her post on social media. Tell me what it is. I really, I'm interested, but I'm probably going to have 100 questions, which I did. Then there was me. So I watched that video. She answered all my questions. I've owned a traditional business before, so I wasn't going to get trapped into all those hours paying daily, weekly, monthly, ongoing costs to have a business. I'd done that. I wasn't doing that again. That's what my husband does. I do a lot of his bookwork. I'm not going back there again. She showed me what she'd been shown, and that was literally find a few people that I could potentially help. I got my parents on there. I got a gentleman in the next street that I help out with the product. And my best friend, she hopped on. She had 5 people in her family, so she decided she needed not just the product. She was tired. Her skin was terrible. She had a thyroid condition. She'd popped on weight after her 2nd child, and she was pregnant with her 3rd. So potentially 5 of them. Oh, she wanted the product cheaper. That was all she wanted, and that was Lindsay. Then I had Catherine. She was traveling Australia now, doing this business, taking care of their health. So food isn't a big concern. They'll get it where they get it because they've got their Juice Plus there while they're traveling, which is amazing. And then I had Steph. She was a bit like me. She just couldn't believe we hadn't heard of this sooner. She just wanted to share it with more people. She was a kinder teacher, and she was always seeing the kids all sick, or injured and not eating well, seeing their lunch boxes. She just now had this amazing gift that she could show the parents, how to better, put that variety in the kids' lunch boxes and things. So these girls just duplicated what I did, found a few customers, and then there was potentially some people there that wanted something more. Steph had a PT, and she was working massive hours, but she also wanted to help her clients with nutrition and nutrition support, eating plans, which we had. So she jumped on board. She also found one that was traveling, and she had found a mummy that just wanted to get her hair cut and her nails done without asking hubby. So she jumped on board. Catherine found a few while she was traveling, which was amazing. And again, they're just duplicating what she'd done, and it just started popcorning out, we call this, just all over the place. And who did Lauren know at the beginning? Well, she didn't even know me. I found her on social media. And then since then, all these beautiful people came into it, and then they've been able to share this amazing program and product with hundreds of amazing people around the world, because we share this in over 29 countries now, which is pretty awesome. And it's still the #1 whole food product in the world. You ask Siri who is the most researched whole food product in the world, and it'll say Juice Plus. So something else that we love to share. So let's hear from the girls now. So I'm just going to grab whoever is first on my screen when I flick over. And it's going to be Moni. So Moni's going to share how Juice Plus came into her life, what results she's had. She's only been on the product, I think, a few days, maybe a week if we're lucky, and why the business made sense to her. Oh.
Well,
yeah, you are.
Good on everyone. Like Jana said, my name's Moni, and I have been on. Sorry, my son's looking at me. I've been on Juice Plus now for about 4 or 5 days, and I'm quite a skeptic when it comes to things like this, but I've noticed a lot of changes. I feel more energy in the mornings after having a late night with my son. I get quite bad psoriasis, and I've noticed my skin starting to clear up a bit, as well as using the normal creams that you get from the doctor, but my skin's really clearing up. How did I come across Juice Plus? Well, just like Jana, I saw a post online and I thought, hey, what the heck? Have a look, see what's it all about. And I got in touch with Jana and just started asking her a million questions like she did. And she told me all about the Juice Plus product. Besides her information, I also did a little bit of research myself on the products. And I know actually a few people that are on the products, and they said it's really working well for them. So that's one of the main interests why I got into trying out the Juice Plus products. Results, like I said, my skin, I noticed my skin's clearing up. I'm getting more energy throughout the day. I'm still breastfeeding my son who's 6 months, and I feel like the nutrients that I'm getting from the Juice Plus products I'm able to give to him, as he's not old enough to have the capsules, but I feel like it's helping him, it's benefiting him. He's got eczema on his chest, and I can see it's slowly starting to clear up. So in a few more weeks I'll notice soon enough if it's gone or not. But yeah, I go through bad sleeping patterns. I have insomnia some nights, so I can't get to sleep. And obviously, having a little boy, you're up all night if he's not well or if he's not sleeping well. So I actually feel like my sleeping patterns are really good. I'm having a good night's rest, even if it's for 4, 5, 6 hours. I still feel rejuvenated when I wake up in the morning. Why did I get into this business? Well, I thought it's something for me to do that I'm still on maternity leave, and to make more income, as my partner's the only one bringing home money for us. I wanted to make some more income. So hopefully my future goal with this business is to be able to be my own boss and to work from home, to be with my son, so I don't miss out on those important milestones when he's a baby growing up. So that's me in a nutshell, guys. Thank you for coming on and supporting myself and Zena. And yeah, any questions, let us know. Pop it down in the chat.
Awesome. Well done. And she did have lots of questions. She reminded me so much of myself. And I thought, oh, this isn't for her. But then she just kept coming back with more questions.
Yep.
It was beautiful. And I'm so glad she did. And, that sleep, I remember because when I started this, Charlie, my littlest one, was not sleeping and I was working full time. And I would literally fall asleep when I put him to bed at 7 o'clock, and I'd wake up there at 6 o'clock in the morning going, oh my God, I've got to get ready for work. And that's because I was just exhausted. But now, as soon as I started that Juice Plus, whether it was 4 hours, if it was 6 hours, whatever it was, I just felt like I had good sleep. It was just the best sleep I'd ever have. And I could stay up now. I could stay up till 10 o'clock midnight without a hassle. But as soon as I decided to go to bed, I could just switch off and go to sleep. Yeah. So that's amazing. Well done, you. And now I'm going to switch over to Zena. Where are you? Wave for me so I can find you. Waving. There. Oh, no, where is she? Where's Zena? Am I up there? She's not waving, is she? She's just she's giggling now. Hey, lovely. Can you tell us, well, I know, but tell everyone else how Juice Plus came into your life, what results you've had so far, and what you're excited about with the business.
Oh, kia ora everyone, and thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys, or not investing your own time and energy this evening. So, yeah, tēnā koutou. For me, like everything in my life, everything happens randomly. Well, you can consider it random, but that's pretty normal for me. Blessings come in many shapes and forms, and this just happens to be one of them. I've actually been on a huge social media detox, so I've only just come back into the world of social media, and of course Instagram, where I have my own Instagram for my YouTube channel, which is all spiritually led me to jhana of all people. And it was the word opulent that stuck out for me. It's not a word you see, let alone hear, these days. So that intrigued me, and I wanted to see who was behind the usage of this word in this day and age in particular, because it's pretty rare. So that's how I ended up meeting jhana. And it was just through making connections, everyday connections. I actually saw my own reflection back at me when I spoke with jhana. So my pathway is quite a spiritual pathway, and it has been for quite a few years now. We all spiritually minded. However, that has been my pathway. After 20 years of teaching, I ended up going left instead of right. So since going left field, I've always found myself to be investing either socially or culturally or financially, and by the end of it, and professionally, and by the end of it, I'd find myself rather depleted, which is why I ended up on the spiritual tangent. Anyway, coming back into it, I decided that it was time to focus on the physical, and that meant me coming back to me, because we seldomly give to self, and from a cultural perspective, that's it's not frowned upon. However, it's more about the collective than it is about the individual. For me, I flipped it on its head and saw that I could only benefit all others that I share time and space with by investing in myself, which is why these connections snowballed with jhana, and I ended up making that investment, self-investment, to actually look further into what she was offering, what was on offer. Now, where Juice Plus is concerned, I mean, for me, I saw everything as medicinal because everything that I associate myself with, I must connect with it, and in every way, shape, and form. And from a Māori perspective, I saw it as the ultimate, well, not the ultimate connection, but you know, a connection that was very familiar. And so, how could I not invest in something that pretty much mirrored who I am and where I'm from, and you know, culturally. So that was Juice Plus. I was more than happy to make this investment in myself because it was time for me to actually become physically stronger to match my strengths within my culture, my strengths within my spiritual side, because it's no use flying up in the air if I'm not grounded. And so I had to pretty much match my physical with my spiritual. So I have been eating clean for probably the past 6 months now. So, you know, I was doing everything right, but I was still feeling really lethargic. And so, you know, it was coming to the point where I needed something else, and this just happened to be that something else. And so, you know, I couldn't be more thankful that that one word of opulent actually caused a ripple effect to where I'm sitting right now. The results I've had, I think the first major results were just based on me coming out of my comfort zone, because, you know, I'm a pretty confident person. However, in the physical, that's another matter, which is why I had to come back to me to actually get grounded properly. And that was by me investing in myself, and part of that was you know, sort of encouraged by and supported by Jana and the team. And without me actually realizing, I had found this confidence that I had forgotten that I had. So, you know, the first result was me becoming comfortable with what used to make me uncomfortable. That was the first result. I've been on Juice Plus for 3 days now, and on the first day, because I'm highly sensitive, I feel everything in all shapes and forms. And so as soon as I'd actually taken my first dose on the Friday afternoon, I could literally, my blood cells could literally feel everything. They had come to life. They were having their own little parties, and I could feel that throughout the whole of my body. It was actually my brain that celebrated first, because it was like, whoa, she's finally got her act together and found something that's going to energize and motivate and stimulate her the way that it should. And you know, being surprised is the word doesn't even cut it. However, I was grateful to my body, because my body's had to put up with so much for so many years, and so finally it's found something that does it all. So yeah, my body was having a party, and I ended up going for a beach walk. I take beach walks all the time. I stay right on the ocean side, and instead of walking, my body just naturally decided that it was going to run. And so I started running down the beach, which was random. I didn't think about it, gave it no thought at all. My body just decided that, no, you're not walking, you're running. And so I started running, much to my surprise, because my body was doing it without it being told. That's just what it wanted to do. And that was the energy that came from being on the fruits, the veggies, the berries, as well as the omegas. And I've been trying to run. I've actually been finding running really boring without a ball, because I'm used to playing sports. And, you know, that's a Zena that I haven't seen or heard from in a long time, only because when I started working, that was it. I gave my all to my job. I don't regret one moment of it. However, where I sit now, it's about not me finding skinny Zena, but finding the Zena that has always been there, but has just been sitting on the sideline waiting to come back in. So yeah, as for the business, that sort of just complemented everything else. It just seemed like the next step to happen, and that just all happened and evolved naturally without me actually realizing that, oh, hang on, I've just clicked into a word opulent and now I'm part of this business. That's how natural it all unfolded. And so yeah, for me, I see the connections, I see the relevance, and more importantly, I see the resonance in being a part of something that not just benefits me, because I know that, you know, if something's good for me, then it's going to be good for everybody else in my life. And that's really important to me, because of course my health and well-being means that, you know, I can share everything with all those that I love and care about. And that's why I'm doing this. Yep, it's me doing it for me, but by me doing me, I get to share everything with my friends and family. And so for those of you that are here tonight and the new members of our family, yeah, it's great to see you here, because I'd like you to have the same benefits that I've had just within 3 days. I mean, my sisters came to mind straight away as soon as I had these remarkable energy boosts. I mean, I don't even think that those descriptors really match it. They came to mind straight away. For the first time in a long time, I slept right through the night. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time that happened. Usually I'm up at 3 in the morning, and I'll stay awake until I go to bed the next night. So
Amazing.
yeah, I didn't expect such tremendous results. I was just expecting to, you know, take something that had 33 different fruits and veggies, and just get positive results that way, by knowing that I was taking in all this great, you know, this great nutrition, basically great medicine, because it's just natural medicine. That's what fruit and veggies are.
Yeah, perfect.
But yeah, I ended up getting so much more, which I didn't even expect. So
you're amazing. I've just popped in the comments that I've got a new name for you. It's Xena Warrior Woman. And I feel very blessed that I've met both you and Moni the same month, because you're both different but so connected and so beautiful in your own ways. But you've just worded so many things that would take people months, sometimes years, to get why we're here. And it's for different reasons, but we just got these bits and pieces that get to bring us together. So congratulations. You are amazing. You're a gorgeous soul. And yeah, I can't wait to help you grow your business and your journey. Continue that along with us and on your own, and how it all blends together is just perfect.
thanks.
You're welcome. So there you go, two amazing women on their own beautiful journeys for totally different reason. And it's funny that she loved the opulent part, because for me, when that first came, I loved the word, but the first initial reason I got that, came across opulent, was because of Transformers. Opulent Prime, his name is. But the more I learnt about the meaning behind it, the more I loved it. But there you go. There's two amazing stories. Look, you know, there's many reasons why people come to us, are drawn to us. One being their health, one being spiritually. And like Xena, when we first chatted, we were both emotional messes. After getting off our call, I was telling my husband, and I still was getting more emotional. It's really funny how it just happens. Like I said, we've got an amazing business opportunity too. It's amazing money on the table at the start to really help people get involved in the business as well. But for some people, it's just the health, it's just the community, which is perfectly fine too. For others, they're just our supporters. They just need to know what we're up to, which is amazing also. So I'm just going to grab my beautiful friend Magda, and she's going to share how Juice Plus came into her life, but around the business side of things, what exciting things have happened and what she's looking forward to in the future.
Hi everyone, my name is Magda. So I came across this business about 3 years ago now. when I came across it, I actually came across the products first. They resonated with me. And then I found out that there was a business opportunity behind it. To be honest, I was skeptical, like many are. But, you know, I'm a single mama of 2 and I was struggling to pay for the bills. I had to constantly say no to my kids to do extracurricular activities. I had no confidence, no self-worth. And and I was looking for that community and connection. So I thought, you know, what's the worst that can happen? I can improve my health. And, you know, I wanted to lose weight and everything. So I thought I thought I'll just jump in and see what happens. And I'm so grateful that I made that decision. Not just the financial aspect of it, but the connections I've made with some amazing people, the friendships, the personal growth. You know, as I said, I had no self-confidence or anything, and to the person that I've grown to today is just, you know, the confidence and the friendships and so many beautiful souls that I've met. And yeah, I'm just very excited for the people that I'm able, like all the other mums, whether it's single mums or other mums, to be able to, you know, do the same thing, be able to grow within themselves, be able to go out and, you know, do their hair or have that extra money to spend, be able to, you know, send their kids to do those extracurricular activities, and just be able to have that extra family time and be able to do this around your kids and not miss those magic moments. So I'm forever grateful I found this business, and forever grateful for all the beautiful friendships that I've made as well. So yeah, excited for the future and excited for all the other people that I can help to have that amazing opportunity too. So thanks, Jana.
Awesome, thank you, lovely. And I've got Sandra, who's also going to share her amazing story with the business too.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, my name is Sandra, and Just Blessed came into my life 4 years ago. I was stay-at-home mom of my 4-year-old son at the time. Yeah, I was very skeptical, me too, when I first heard of the business. But I still said yes because, you know, I really wanted to get the products and I wanted to get them cheaper. So I did say yes. And what I was going to say, I was super shy. I was super shy and lack of confidence. But what I was going to say, sorry, I'm just a little bit. So happy I said yes because of the personal development that we get through the business. Yeah, my confidence and my self-esteem has grown a lot. And not only that, but yeah, my business has grown and I have met so many people along the way. Okay, beautiful. I love the flexibility we get with this business because it's done in stolen moments, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. So I have been able to spend a lot of time, you know, with my 2 kids, picking them up from school, dropping them off, going to events. Because for us, it's you know, memories that we make with the kids. We adopted them from South Korea, so we already missed the first 2 years of their life. So every minute counts. So yeah, that's why we're doing this business, and we you know, can't wait to help a lot of people achieve their goals as well.
Thank you, Paul. And she just doesn't want to be away from you, does she? She just loves and adores you, and I do not blame her at all.
I know, and every time I talk, she wants to talk. Before she was nice and quiet.
She's fine. I know I messaged you through there. I'm like, let's let the kids talk at the end. Let's them take over. Thank you so much, Sandra, because I know it's a bit of a crazy time for us.
No problem. Thank
So
you.
there you go, two amazing stories. Like I said, like we have got blokes in the team, I do promise you, but they're just not quite as in tune as spiritual and don't really care as much about health and taking care of their family quite as much as us females are. We with or without children, females are more in tune with their bodies, are more in tune with their mind and their moods and everything like that. And so this just makes more sense to them. And like I said, it's different for everybody what this can be. And the fact that you can work it on your terms around a job if you've already got one, around your little people. Like I just, I can't imagine the pain that I would have been in if I was still in my job now, 3 years later, of missing all of that time with Charlie, who was 11 months when I first found this, and Jacob, who was 3. I'd already missed, 2 years of Jacob in childcare and me working. The idea that I would have missed more of that, it just pulls at my heartstrings. So I'm very, very blessed, and I just love the relationships. Like I said, the community relations, the self-development is insane, and I get to take care of my health, but then work along. My passions might not be necessarily health, or they might not necessarily be training other people up in the business, but whatever it is, it lights me up every day, and I'm so excited to jump out of bed and talk about it and help more people. So a massive thank you to everyone who jumped on tonight. Thank you for those who jumped on because you're invited by these 2 amazing women who launched tonight. We're so excited for them. They obviously cared enough to invite you. Okay, that's it. But if we didn't answer all your questions, please make sure you message them later on tonight or whenever, or when I'm, at the end of here, and get your questions answered. Because if you're anything like me or Moni, you probably got 100 questions. And I probably can't answer them all tonight, but we can answer a few afterwards. But thank you again. And hopefully we'll see you all again soon.